Hey, it's happy Saturday. Woo! Whee! It's Saturday. It's very exciting. Well, we had an interesting night last night. I'm gonna tell you what. I did prepare. I did make the chicken. I cooked the chicken last night. Made a video of it. But okay, so our power went off yesterday afternoon while I was at work. I got a notification from my security system that the power was out. And my kids were there and they let me know too, but it was out for a couple of hours. And when it came back on, we thought the smoke detector upstairs was beeping, like every minute or so it would beep. And we have 2 smoke detectors upstairs in the hallway. One is really old, and I think it was put up there when the house was built. It's wired into the house. It doesn't have batteries or anything. The other one is newer. It's one that the security system people put in, and it is wired into the security system. So if it goes off, the security people are notified, and we have to confirm whether or not there's a fire, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so started hearing beeping, and then it stopped for a while. It stopped until about, I don't know, 7 o'clock last night, and then it started beeping again. So my older son and I, we're both like, that's got to stop. I can't stand that sound. That will drive me insane. That's got to stop. So we got a chair out, because you can't reach it without a chair. So we got a chair, and my son is up there. He took down, at first we're trying to figure out, like, which one of these is beeping. Because when you hear it, it's hard to locate it depending on the room, and it's in a hallway, so the sound is kind of bouncing around in the hall, and it was hard to locate. But so I stood under one, and he stood under one, and it beeped, and we both pointed up. It's this one. No, it's this. No, it's not that one. It's this one. No. And we couldn't figure out which one it was, and we tried standing in different places, waiting for it to beep, and I was supposed to be finishing up my video of the chicken, and it started beeping again right before the chicken finished cooking. And I had been mopping downstairs. I used the time that the chicken was cooking to sweep and mop downstairs. And then I watched Dogma, part of the movie Dogma, while it was, while I was mopping. I was kind of listening to it, and then when I finished mopping, I just sat down and watched that. It started beeping around that time again, but it had been beeping earlier in the day. But it quit for a while, and then it started again. So it started beeping again. So I went upstairs, and my son came out of his room, and I said, we got to figure out what the problem is here. I can't stand that sound. It's got to stop. So we couldn't figure out which one it was, and I said, well, it's got to be the one with the battery in it. I mean, wouldn't you think it would be the one with the batteries? So we changed the batteries out, but we kept hearing the beeping. So the one that was hooked into the house, we disconnected it, took it down, continued hearing beeps, like, what is beeping up here? And we couldn't figure out, what is it? It makes that little chirp sound, like the sound of a shoe on a gym floor, and it's loud. So we went online, and we're looking online for possible solutions. We're not really finding anything. And but while my son ended up on Reddit, and he was reading this Reddit thread thing, and somebody mentioned that they had a similar problem, and their kid had taken a battery operated carbon monoxide detector or something. When it started beeping, he took it and hid it, and that's what they were hearing. It was he stuffed it under some stuff in a closet. I don't know, something about that. And I'm sitting there on the step, the top step going downstairs, and I'm sitting there, and it just occurred to me, right over there, just 6 feet away from me, plugged into the wall, is a carbon monoxide detector. And it has a battery backup. What do you want to bet? And I told my son, what do you want to bet this whole time we've been dicking around with these smoke detectors, and it's that damn carbon monoxide detector? And we unplugged it, and I was holding it, and it beeped right when I was holding it. I said, oh God, that's it. It was the damn carbon monoxide thing. So I took it downstairs, put a new battery in it, and it stopped beeping. So that was a very frustrating. It took us like 45 minutes to determine that. Oh, where am I going? No, I didn't mean to go this way. Hold on, sorry. I'll tell you in a minute what I'm doing. I didn't mean, I was thinking of a different place. I need to go up here. Sorry. So, but it was funny because, so I went downstairs, I did the first part of the video last night where I'm cooking chicken. Cooking the chicken. So we had some chicken last night. I had a lot left over though. There was a lot more meat on that chicken than I originally, like there's more than it looks like on that chicken. There's a lot. And so we had some with our dinner last night, and I put the leftovers in the refrigerator. And so I have plenty for our chicken noodle soup, got plenty of it. And I'll have even more for sandwiches or chicken salad or whatever I want to make with it. And that's one of the points I want to make. It's actually very economical to just buy a whole chicken like that. I mean, it's more convenient to buy it cut up, but you're going to pay more for it. So, but then it was funny because at about 4 o'clock this morning, and I thought it was in my dream because I was having this dream, and you know how sometimes there will be outside noises, and if you're dreaming, it's like your brain just incorporates it into the dream somehow. So I had this dream that I was telling somebody about the smoke detector and trying to figure out what was beeping. And then we heard it start beeping again, and it was, like I said, oh, we fixed it because it was the carbon monoxide thing. But then it started beeping, like, well, now what's beeping? I thought I had it figured out. No, it's so I heard beeping, and then I woke up and my son had texted me. He said, now the damn smoke detector downstairs is beeping. I said, now wait a minute. Now we determined last night that it wasn't a smoke detector at all. It was a carbon monoxide detector. Well, we have one downstairs as well. Let's check that first. It was the downstairs carbon monoxide detector. I think it got jealous. It saw all the attention that the upstairs one got, and it said, I want a piece of that. So it decided to do it too. I guess the batteries were low. Well, I put them both in at the same time, and I guess the batteries had just gotten low in both of them. But yeah, it started chirping at about, it was about 4 o'clock this morning. Crazy, crazy. So, but yeah, I got it out, and I unplugged it, put a new battery in it, plugged it back in, and it's fine. So that was crazy, trying to figure out, because we were so baffled. Like we at one point we had completely disconnected both upstairs smoke detectors. We'd taken the batteries out of the newer one, and we're going, how are we still hearing that? And it sounded like it was coming from up in the ceiling, because again, this is in a narrow hallway, and the acoustics in there are weird, and you can't really locate. It's like a cricket. Have you ever had a cricket in your house? It's very hard to determine where the sound is coming from sometimes, and it's hard to find them because of just the way the sound just resonates inside. Yeah, I'm glad he read that Reddit thing, because that's what made me finally go, maybe it's not a smoke detector, maybe it's that thing. And it was that thing. So I'm really glad he read that, because it didn't even occur to me. Like I'm thinking smoke detector. It's got to be. And it really did sound like it was coming from the ceiling. It really did. That kid has a spectacular mullet. Mullets, yeah, every now and then you'll see a mullet. That is an amazing mullet. Wow. Oh, his dad has one too. Oh, that's cute. That's father and son mullets. Anyway. Adorable. So, yeah. But I did get the first part done. So later today, I'm going to go home and we're going to make chicken noodle soup. But I did my workout, and now I am at Dick's Sporting Goods. I was thinking of Academy Sports, so I was headed down that way. No, I wanted to start at Dick's. So what I'm doing is, a friend of mine volunteers for the local animal shelter, and they're doing a fundraiser, I think next month, and they're gonna do these. It's like a cornhole competition. If you've never heard of cornhole, I can't say it without wanting to laugh. It just sounds funny. I suck at it, but that's probably because I've only played it a few times, and I've been drinking a little bit, and it probably affected my performance. I'm not very good at it. I mean, you can look it up. It's just where you have these bean bags and you're tossing them at these boards, you know, with holes, and you're trying to get them there in certain spots. I don't know. I'm not very good at it. Anyway, they're doing a tournament, and they already have 35 teams that have formed to be in this tournament, and they're going to have these big gift baskets for prizes for the winners, and every basket has a different theme. Well, she wanted to do one because she's the instructor for one of the classes I go to, and she wants to do an exercise themed basket to go with the others for prizes. So I think she's only gotten a few donations for it so far. So I texted her yesterday and I said, do you still need things? She said, yes. So I have a list of what she already has for the basket. Currently, we have for the basket a jump rope, socks, and mini loop bands, like those exercise bands. So I don't want to get big stuff. I'm not sure how big the basket is. It's probably not huge. But I thought we could go to, I'm going to check out Dick's. I'm going to check out Dick's. That's what she said. I'm going to go in there and see what I can find for the basket. And then I might pop over to Walmart, or actually Target is right over there. I might pop into there and see what I can find. Just stuff, I thought if nothing else, I could get like a gift card in there, put a gift card in there, and then find some other stuff to go in it. And then, we could show it all in a video. I want to do a little video with it so everybody wins. I thought that would be really cool. I asked her if they need a basket or this stuff to cover it. She said, no, we don't need that. We just need stuff to go in it. So yeah, I'm excited. So that's what I'm doing this morning. And then, let's see, what else am I doing? Doing the chicken noodle soup. And later, I might actually go to the little thrift store if they're open. I don't know if they're open today or not, because we are approaching the time of year when they'll be closed for a week or so, and they swap out all the spring and summer stuff and put out fall and winter stuff. That, I don't know if that's happening now or not. Anyway, I might just run by there and see if they're open. I don't know what else I'm doing today. I don't know. I like to try to take it a little bit easy on the weekends, because I feel like all week long I'm just running nonstop. Just, I want to just kind of slow down a little bit. But I thought I could at least do this, and then when I see her next week, I can give her all the stuff, and I'll get the video done before that. But the video for tomorrow night's going to be the chicken noodle soup, if I can get it all put together. But yeah, it was so funny. That damn beeping, I said, because I told my son, I said, I got to finish recording my segments for the chicken. I don't want to have to edit out all these beeps. We got to figure out what this is and fix it. I don't want, so I said, I'm not even going to bother trying to start, because I have to sound relaxed and happy, and that beeping is making me so irritable. I can't take the beeping anymore. So we got to fix the beeps before I get back to that video. So I got back to it kind of late. We ate dinner late. Truth be told, we all snacked a little bit because it was so damn late by the time we actually ate. We were starving. And that's probably why I had so much chicken left over, because we were both kind of grazing in the kitchen because we were hungry. But we weren't ready to eat dinner yet because the chicken, I can't cut into this chicken yet. I don't want to do that until I fix the beeps. And I don't know what the problem is. We have disarmed both of these smoke detectors. Is the ceiling beeping? It sounded like the ceiling was beeping. My God. So, no, it wasn't even the smoke detectors. So, and I had some choice words for the old smoke detector, because we thought it was somehow coming from the wiring. It sounds like the ceiling is beeping. And I said some mean things to the old smoke detector. And so I apologized to it. I said, I'm sorry. You were not the problem. You weren't the problem at all. So I'm sorry if I called you a piece of shit. I'm sorry if I said I wanted to throw you out the window. It was really funny because when my son was up there, he said, should we just completely disconnect this thing? I said, just do it, because it has a little thing that plugs in the back. I said, just disconnect it. Because we pulled it down first to see if it took batteries. It doesn't take batteries. I said, just disconnect it. And he disconnected it, and the light on it was still flashing. I said, how is the light still flashing? He said, I don't know, maybe it stores a little bit of power somehow. I said, push the button on it and see if anything happens. And it made the funniest noise when he pressed and held down the button. I wish I had a recording of it. It sounded like he was choking it to death. It went, Ear. It sounded like the witch in the Wizard of Oz when they poured water on her. I'm melting. Ear. It was hilarious. I was not expecting it to make that noise. So I apologize. We got to hook back up, put it back up there. I'm so sorry I called you a piece of shit. So anyway, I just noticed I have a nail with a rough spot. Look at my little case. Look at this little manicure set. Isn't that cute? Glinda the Good Witch's mom gave me this. It was in a little stocking that she gave me for Christmas one year. This is one of the best little presents that I've ever gotten. I put it in the car, and it's amazing how often I need like a pair of fingernail clippers in the car. I think it's great to have stuff like this in the car, and you got tweezers and a file and the little cuticle pusher, 2 pairs of fingernail clippers, and the little cuticle nippers, these little scissors right here. So I use these all the time. I just open the door and I clip my nail right there. I mean, it's organic material. It's fine. But if I have a little rough spot or something, I could just go ahead and fix it. I don't have to wait till I get home. I highly recommend keeping fingernail clippers in your car if you don't. It's wonderful. And look, they have little zebra stripes. Isn't that cute? I use it all the time. This thing has been riding around in the car with me for years. I've had it for years. And I love it. So I'm going to trim my nail just a little bit to get that little rough part off. And then I'm going to go in there and see if I can find anything for the fundraiser, little gift back for the prize for the little gift basket. Exercise themed stuff that's not too big. I don't want to get like free weights. I don't want to make it heavy. You know what I mean? I thought about that, but I thought, no, I don't maybe not. Let's just get like some small stuff, maybe a gift certificate or like a gift card or whatever. Yeah, let's just do that. And then if I don't find a bunch of stuff over here, I'll just go over to Target or whatever and see if I can find some more stuff. But anyway, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope the soup turns out all right. I guess we'll see. Yeah, happy Saturday to you. I hope you have a great day, and thank you for being here, and I'll see you again soon.